Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be part 14, putting a 302 and a C4 into a 67 Falcon. Came in this morning, and remember I was saying anytime I play with automatic trans fluid I have mess. I got a puddle and it's like growing out from underneath the car. I haven't crawled under there yet. I don't know why it's leaking. I know I dumped some fluid into it between starts yesterday, and today I was going to start it up and check the fluid. I don't know if it's over full or if I have a leaky gasket or what, but first thing I gotta do is assess the size of the puddle, and then clean up, jack the car up, crawl into there and assess it. Fun. I jacked it up, put a chunk of cardboard there to soak up a lot of that puddle, and from what I can see, the leak is coming out of the reverse servo cover. I don't know why, but I can't just take that servo cover off without draining the transmission fluid first. So I put a big drain pan under there, got the car jacked up. Fluid should run to the back of the pan, and I'm draining it now. The bad thing is that today I wanted to put on the exhaust pipe extensions that go, between the pipes I put on the engine and the mufflers. Well, there's a big puddle of fluid under there now, and I really despise transmission fluid puddles. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like dealing with it. But it's draining now. I'm going to go in the house and rewatch transmission videos and see if it's something I could possibly have screwed up somehow putting that cover on. The other thing I did was changing subject, bought a radiator hose, lower. Of course it doesn't fit. Trying to figure out what I can do about this. I went up to O'Reilly's and I looked through all their radiator hoses, because the thing that I had was this. This will kind of go on the radiator. It'll line up to the water pump, but it won't go on the water pump because that end is way too small. This is the hose that a 67 Falcon would use, but a 289 had a different radiator than what I have. This is what'll kind of go on and made up to the water pump. This is what I got. The ends are different. So what I'm thinking I might be able to do, this goes on the water pump. That's good. This won't go. Might be able to take one of these sleeves, put it right in here. I can cut that hose and then rotate that over to where it needs to be. I got a bad cold, and the cold is zapping all my strength. I can't talk much because I'll start coughing, and I just don't feel like doing any of this right now. I got really discouraged when I saw the transmission fluid on the floor, and it's draining, because the two things I wanted to do today was the exhaust pipes and this radiator hose. I ordered this open and it would fit the car, but it doesn't. But I might be able to use it, make it fit. I still need to come up with a throttle linkage and quite a few other things. I'm going to try to show you that cover. I need to take off the trans. Right there, it's held on with 4 bolts. Well, might have to take the exhaust pipe off, I don't know. Getting the bolts out shouldn't be any problem. Getting them back in could be a problem. There's a spring underneath there. And I already got the trans drained. I'm going to pull those 4 bolts out and see what the deal is with that seal that's on that cover. This is leaking. Got the cover off. Believe it or not, that gasket kit I bought had every gasket seal, everything, sealing ring, everything except this one. Remember when I put it together, I didn't have this gasket. Looks like wasn't sealing correctly, but it looked like that when I took it apart. All I can do is peel it off of here, coat it up real good with silicone, and stick it back together because I don't have one of these gaskets. Was not in the kit. Looks like it was glued on there at one time. Just a flat rubber thing. Well, I'll just do my best here. I don't recall it leaking prior to me pulling the trans apart. So I'll get a wire brush and clean all that out of there. All right, I was able to get that cover glued on there with some bright stuff. It's tight. I'm gonna let it sit overnight before I put any more transmission fluid in there. We'll start working on this hose now. I cut it. I'm just gonna try to put this together real quick here. Okay, somewhat adjustable. Might have to shorten this. Won't know though until I get it in the car. The radiator hose goes on the water pump, no problem. This size here needs to go on the radiator snout, right down there. And the snout is 1.5 inches in diameter. This is 1.75 inches. They make adapters that you stick in the end of the hose, just rubber sleeve. So I have one on order, 1.75 inches. Shove it in the hose and it has 1.5 inch hole in it. And you put this on the radiator snout, clamp it, and that'll be done. Can't do this until I get that adapter. I'm going to start working on throttle linkage. Come up with a way to modify this arm here, because that's all the throw that it has and it's too short. So one way of I could cut this off and then stick a tube or piece of pipe over this shaft that's left. That way I'll be able to extend it, get it in the right position for full throw, and weld the rod that comes out of here is going to come over, jog, and go back to wherever the new lever position is. I have to come up with ends for that rod also. Sometimes I just overthink and overcomplicate things. I started to work on the throttle. I took this piece of metal just to see about how long things would need to be so I get stuff in the right position. And as I was playing with it, I just put it in a hole like here and there, spaced it out with some wheel collars from RC airplanes. The collar has a set screw to tighten the set screw onto a shaft. Put one on each side and the dang thing works perfect. It's done. I mean, it's something that I was just way overthinking. It's nice and smooth. It's easy. Perfect. So now I'm going to move on to other things. My radiator hose adapter won't be here for a few more hours. So I think I'll have the pleasure of crawling under the car and welding on some exhaust pipes. Okay, I got my Amazon package. And it's got the little rubber adapter in there for the hose. You stick that in the hose, put the hose on, it changes it from 1 3/4 inside diameter to 1.5 inches inside diameter. And you clampolate it, and you're good to go. So we're going to be in good shape. So I'll get that on there. Okay, that was a very long day putting exhaust on. I had to make some pipes to connect the down pipe from the manifold to the muffler pipes. Very quiet now. Running good. I have a few things left to do. None of the vacuum is hooked up yet. I have a fitting in the back of the engine. Vacuum canisters over there. Need to run a line from here to there. Hook up the cruise control somehow. Redo my air conditioning lines and get this hooked up. Come up with a fan shroud, more of a hand protector than a shroud, because this blade is right there. Now when the 6-cylinder was on here, I just had a flat piece coming across the top and down the side. I got this side put on. I need to cut it, trim it to make it fit in here. And I'm pretty wore out again today. I'm going to say that this is the end of part 14. Working on the 302 and a C4 into a 67 Falcon. Thank you for watching Dan's Messy Garage. Please stay tuned to my channel for updates and other projects and videos. Bye.